Welcome to KSR Data Vision YouTube channel. So here am I out with them one more brand new episode, and this episode you will find very interesting because in this episode we are going to cover the most trending and the most important interview questions in a very interesting manner, not just like a one-liner question and answers. Here I will say you a question and later give a description, show you it in the our platform in a practical manner. So yes, let's proceed. Okay. So before going to any interview, not only just finding out the questions of the interview, but how an interviewer will test you. How an interviewer will test you, in what ways? In what ways he will test you? You need to identify these principles. When you identify these, you will be ready for anything. Just learning some questions and just learning something and reading some description and going to the interview doesn't help you with the most. The most important thing is how to identify the types of questions which you get in any interview. Not only applicable for Power Platform, but for every interview. So usually kind of questions which you get in interview is of on the ways which the interviewer want to test you are in these three typical ways. One is your foundations. Okay, depending on your experience, these three types will be applicable. But even for a 2 years experience or even for a 5 years or 10 years or 15 years experience, I would like to recommend these three methods only. These three steps which are followed by any interviewer in interview. Not any interviewer, most of the interviewer. It depends on the company and it depends on the interviewer's interest. But whatever the kind of interview or whatever the kind of interview, the basic three ways, the basic three modules which will be covered, which an interviewer want to test you is based on our various experiences, based on our real experiences. Is one is foundation forge. Here your basics of the particular technology will be identified. Basics of the particular technology will be identified. Your fundamentals, how fun you are with your fundamentals, how flexible you are with your fundamentals is what he will be testing you. And here you need to give straightforward questions and straightforward answers. Okay. Yeah. So after you clear this round, so if certainly if it is a 30-minute interview, 10 minutes you will focus on your fundamentals. So once you suppose this is for example only, an interview can be conducted for 45 minutes, 1 hour or 1.5 hour. This is based on experience. Maximum interview which I have given is of 1.5 hour. Yeah. So yes, the interviews will go for 1.5 hour also. We need to be ready with all the weapons. That doesn't mean that 1.5 hour he will like roast you interview, but depends on I mean the kind of importance of role which you are going to implement. The interview or the interview time will also like increase. No need to worry. But there are some certain interviews where interviewer will judge you within 20 minutes and give you a job post. Now we need to also look at these kind of scenarios. But all it is always a good habit to give interviews in various companies. It's not like that if a interviewer roasted you for 1 hour and you get disappointed and again you feel that the next interview also will be in the same manner. But it depends on the company and the kind of role, the cruciality of the role uh, which you are going to discharge. So various factors are dependent. Various factors are responsible in for the interviewer to behave in that way. Okay. So yes, if we are going to directly immediately take a project which is already under implementation, then definitely they will test you. They need to test you in a various way because you are going to. They will explain the project in just 1 week or 3 or 4 days, and you will be on the driver's seat. Okay, this is one reason. And one more thing is that if you are like if you they are like taking you for fresh for a new project which they are about to get it from the client, then here certain relaxation, because they will you will be before you will be go onboarding the product project, and you will be directly part of business consultation. So you will be, so every basic will be explained to you, what are the requirement will be explained to you. In this sudden relaxation will be there. So for those situations, they will judge your skills in just 30 minutes also. So these are the various factors which you need to consider, and don't go to any kind of interview blindly. Always read the JD. Your JD completely suggests how you should prepare for the interview. Irrespective of whatever the JD is there, this particular tutorial is going to help you in cracking any kind of interview, and this is our importance at KSR Data Vision. Okay, so the first you are clear with the first round and first phase of interview questions. It is foundations forge. In this, your fundamentals will be tested. Okay, in the craftsmanship, this is the second round. This is the second level of interview questions, not second round or second. This thing can be covered by two interviewers in two rounds in a different manner. Okay. It's not like that a level of question change. The level of person who does the interview will change. Okay. In some scenarios, the questions which I faced in the first level one are tougher than the level two. I mean round one, round two. So these are whatever the round of interview, kind of person level will be increased, but not it is not it's not like that. In the round one the questions will be tough, for the round two questions will be easier. Okay, so always be prepared that you are going to get easy, moderate and tough questions in any round. So based on this you need to progress. There is nothing to worry. Okay, so in the code craftsmanship, what the interviewer will do, he will just ask you to share your screen, and he will give you a situation and ask you to code. Code in Power Platform is nothing but your Power Effects formula skills. He will check your programming knowledge, in the sense your conditions, how you are applying. He will check how you are uh, how you are creating variables and how you are going to use those variables is what he will check. Mostly feel that your power effects formulas which you are going to use to make your app from UI to functional, and connect them with various data sources here are SharePoint, Dataverse, SQL, AWS, Azure, uh, data lake, etc., up to 1,000 databases you will use. Okay, 1,000 databases, Rajesh, as a single Power Platform developer, can I use? Yes, we have helped a lot of students implement their Power Platform skills in uh, connecting various databases without knowing those skills. And the same we will be like doing it for you as well. So this is about our second level of interview questions. And the third level, just saying you an example, if 10 people are applied for one vacancy, in this present scenario, out of 10 people, out of 10 people, 3 to 4 people only will qualify the first and second level of questions in whatever round it may be. Okay, out of 10 people for one opening, 3 to 4 people will get selected in this will clear this first two level of questions. And all these three, no, it becomes a challenge for an interviewer to select whom out of those 4 or 5. So if there are like 3 vacancies, and out of 10 people they have like 3 people are selected, 3 people clear the first and second level of questions, it becomes very very easy for the interviewer to give the offer to 3 people, because 3 people. And remember, it is not here out of 7, out of 10 people, it is easy that it is it is possible, there are less possible that all the 10 out of 10 will qualify. 10 out of 10, some people may qualify this first level, but most of the people will lose this second round, second level of questions by sharing the screen and writing the programs, because uh, it requires a lot of effort to, or it requires a lot of hands-on practice to face an interviewer and share your screen and write the code. Okay, so the things are clear that out of 10 people who attend the Power Platform interview right now, four people, three, let's suppose three people are selected and the vacancy is one. No, it becomes a big task for interviewer to check whether to select whom to select who is suitable. Okay, and to filter out one amongst three. In that scenario, they introduce this kind of questions, this level called project pinnacles. In this level of question, in which they will, in this level of questions, they will want to test your real-time project skills. They wantedly give you a, they want to assume you certain situation. They give you a tougher situation. They give you impractical situations to you, test your aptitude and reasoning skills. How well you are in understanding the requirement, and how well, because a client is a non-technical person. A requirement holder is a non-technical person, and whatever he assume, no, he come with that requirement in the next day when you are working with him. At this scenario, you should be in a position, or you should be in a consultant. So usually what happens, you are not going to be a developer. After a certain stages, you will be a consultant. Consultant is nothing but satisfying or understanding the requirements, giving a proper solution, giving a proper answer to your client. This is what mean by consulting. Okay, so yes, get the difference. Developer, yeah, to certain level, 1 or 2 years, 2 years experience, or 3 years or 4 years experience. So someone will guide you, and you will develop it and hand over to someone. This is what happens. But in certain stages, after 4 years of experience, 3 years of experience, you will be a consultant. No, you will be given a directly a client, and you will be asked to resolve all the issues of that client by attending him daily. So yes, so those kind of situations, or else my existing project difficulties, what they are facing, those questions will be shooted on you. And those who clear these rounds, those who clear these kind of questions, will be hand over the offer letter. Will be hand over the offer letter. So it's very clear that understand. You need to understand how many, in what way the interviewer are test you, and this is the best slide which I can use, and this is the best explanation which I can give you, how an interviewer might test you, and it is subjected to your company and the post which you have applied for. Let's move into another slide. Okay, so here we have questions for the day, the type of questions which you have identified, but really know what questions you will be learning. So this is important for us. Here we go. First thing, uh, first question of the day: how many types of power apps are there? How many types of power apps are there? So let's go, and I'm going you to the tenant directly. This is not like a question and answer theoretical question. What are the question is there? No, with the most possibility, I will try to show you here. I will try to show you here. Okay. So here is our tenant. Here is our tenant, and all the students of KSR will be given the same tenant, and it is a paid tenant which will be given, given to you once you join. So you don't need to worry about that. Where to practice, where to do it. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. The question is, how many types of power apps are there? So simply, this is the home page of any kind of power platform you will see, and in this home page, you will go to create. You will go to create, and you will find these kind of things. Not just to create from blank. Okay, blank canvas app, blank app based on dataverse. Blank of based on dataverse. Now, Power Pages website is something given. This is out of context for now. This is out of context for now. This is a website, but our question is how many types of power apps are there? Okay, so your answer will be, so the question is how many types of power apps are there? Types of power apps, types of power apps. The answer should be simple. The first one is types of power app. The first one is uh, Canvas, Canvas apps, and model driven application. Model driven application. Driven. That's it. The answer should be simple. Even though you find these kind of keen things, just and if you go to the Create app, you are finding these many things. These things we will discuss more when we go into our lectures or training sessions. But for now, we are dealing with interview questions. So the thing is that this is a power pages. It will be not, this is not asked for now. The question is how many types of power apps are there, and the answer is very simple. It's like blank canvas app and model driven application. Directly you should not say this one. There is nothing here written here like start and develop a model driven application, but the technical name for the apps which we built from Dataverse is one of the database, and no need to worry. You can see it is one is Canvas app and one is model driven application in very small fonts. Okay, and this is website and pages. This thing we are not going to consider for now. This is out of context for now. Okay, yes. So Canvas app and model driven app are the two apps which are found in which are currently found in our Power Platform. Yes, that is the answer for our question one. Let's go to question two. How many types of Power Automate flows are there? Yes. In one interview or another interview, these are the regular questions which are asked. These are the regular questions we are asked. Okay. Now we have this homepage for Power Automate, Power Apps. Let's move into a page called Power Automate. Okay, Power Automate. Yeah. So here also, when you create, when you click on this create, you will have this one: automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, scheduled cloud flow, desktop flow. So, and one more thing which you cannot see here is business process flow. Business process is business process flow. So the answer is very simple. Types of Power Automate flow. Power Automate flow. Power Automate flow. Here one it is automated flow. Automated flow. Second one it is scheduled flow. One more it is instant cloud flow. Correct. Instant cloud flow. And one more special one. This is desktop flow. Desktop flow. Desktop flow. Okay. This is a not part of cloud automation. It is part of RPA. Okay. So never relate this flow, but you can answer this. But this desktop flow doesn't comes into the category of our cloud flows. One more thing is that business process flow. Business process flow. Business process flow. Okay. So yeah, automated. The question is straightforward, and our answer should also be very straightforward, straight to the line. Uh, so the things are whatever you are able to see here, no, those only you can develop. Okay. So automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, scheduled cloud flow, desktop flow. Okay. And one more thing is business process flow. We will discuss, it is not here, but it is part of model driven application development, which we will discuss later. Okay. Yeah. So this is our second question, and the answer is also very pretty straightforward. Let's move into another question. How many types of solutions are there? Very important, interesting question. How many types of the solution topic is only very important and very interesting as well, because a lot is hidden, a lot is hidden inside solutions. So And in your real-time scenarios, your solution plays a major role than your app or flow. Here I go here. Okay, I am trying to create a new solution. New solution. So some KSR KSR interview question solution. So interview solution is what? Interview app solution. Interview app solution. So this is what I am trying to develop here. Interview app solution and publisher. Now we will discuss about this publisher also later. Okay, publisher is also plays an important role in doing something in solution, and there are a lot of things which are related to this publisher. Okay, and version also is important, as this is we are developing for the first time, creating a solution for the first time, and in this we will develop the answer for the first we will develop the app for the first time. The solution is the version is 0 only. Okay, create. When I create this one, a solution has been created. Okay, so this one we call a solution which we have created right now. This is called an unmanaged solution. Unmanaged solution, how I can say is that when you go here, no, you can create any mad Canva, any app. Madly you can do anything. Madly you can do anything. You can develop, you can automate cloud flows, you can develop apps, you can develop chatbot, dashboard. Uh, I mean, like you can give security roles. You can give any kind of web resource. You can develop libraries, etc. Anything you can do. Like tables also you can develop. Tables and anything but a data but that table. No, and AI builders also you can do. PV Power Virtual Agents also you can develop. But this is what a non unmanaged solution. Okay, unmanaged solution. Types of solution. Unmanaged solution. Okay, so unmanaged means unmanaged means you can do any changes, which I have shown. Unmanaged solution, unmanaged solution. We can do any changes. We can do any kind of changes, any kind of changes in unmanaged solution. Okay, unmanaged solution, unmanaged solution. Okay, unmanaged solution. Okay. So coming to the managed solution, and next one is managed solution. Managed solution. Managed solution. Okay. So managed solution. Whenever you do developments and you are sending this particular solution to the product, no, it's like let's take this small example of chips. So here, unmanaged solution. Already, I have said whatever the changes which you can do, or whatever the changes which you want to do, you can do, and whenever you want to do, whatever you want to do, and whenever you want to do, any number of times you can do. But no, you have developed this app and you are selling it to the customer, or you are giving it to the production. I don't want to take that. That production will be like a higher level to you. For now it will be higher level to no. I am like just putting. So you have developed an app and you want to sell it. If you sell this same unmanaged solution, raw solution, no one will buy, because they can also do some changes, and it will be difficult for them, for you to understand what changes they have done. Whatever the solution you have done, no, whatever the app you have done, no, you will wrap that into a managed solution and sell manage a solution, give it or sell it to the customer. So once it is packed, once you're wrapping, now let's take this example of chips. Okay, chips. There are these chips. Okay, let's suppose these are chips. In a general example, I'm giving you. You have given some chips. Okay, potato chips or whatever the some chips. Potato. Other than potato, what we have? Tomato chips, huh? Chocolate chips. Oh my god. Okay. Doesn't matter whatever the chips which are in the which while we are making when we are making, let's take this lace only as an example. They what we call fry, they cut the potatoes, fry them in the oil, and then they sprinkle the flavor, they sprinkle the flavor like a tomato tango or cream onion, masala munch, these kind of flavors they will sprinkle at the end when the when the oil is appearing on the chips. If they sprinkle this particular flavor, the chips will acquire that flavor. Now that is done in an unmanaged mode, because that is done in an unmanaged mode. So for these chips we have applied tomato tango. Let's take that. I have applied tomato flavor on this. Tomato. Tomato flavor on this. Tomato flavor I have applied on this tomato. No, someone unknowingly want to come and add cream onion on this. Cream onion on this. Some stupid from outside who don't know that I have added already a tomato. You want to come and add cream onion flavor on this. Cream onion. Uh, will this meeting the requirements of the product? Lace is having tomato tango flavor or else cream onion. There is no combination of tomato and cream onion. Okay, if we combine these two flavors and Lace will sell no, and the next day customers will close the company. So in order to avoid these kind of things, whatever they do no, they keep this tomato flavored chips in separate certain package. Certain package. This is tomato tango. So tomato flavor. And this bag name is also red color bag and tomato. Tomato. Okay. No bag and seal. Seal the bag. Seal this bag. Seal this bag. No, the same. No bag is sealed. Tomato tango chips are there in that particular bag, and this particular guy who want to throw this cream onion flavor. Okay, cream onion flavor on this chips, it doesn't allow because whatever the cream onion flavor which you want to do, that will be sprinkled on this or stopped inside, stopped by this package, stopped by this wrapping, stopped by the wrapping or package, wrapping or package. Now this is known as managed. Now these chips are managed by this outer package. Okay, for now, remember this example only. Later, we have a lot to do with them. Okay, in a simple way, we cannot do any changes. We cannot do any changes. We cannot do any changes. Okay, we cannot do any changes. Done. Third question. Oh, I want to eat the chips. Do you? Okay, let's pass our craving for seven more questions. Yep. Yeah. So, how many types of containers are there? Okay, from where, which topic where you are going, Rajesh? This may be your question, but all these are belongings to Power Apps only. Power Apps only. These may look new to you, but I am combining both the new questions and old questions because we want to give full-fledged knowledge. With our YouTube channel, we want to give you all the knowledge which is not available anywhere, which is available along which is not available other in anywhere also. We want to give with the help of our YouTube channel. That is the main objective of our YouTube channel, guys. Everything we want to keep it open. We want to explore it to our students. We want to explore it, we want our students to explore. Okay, so how many types of containers are there? No, don't worry, don't worry. Here I am giving a straightforward answer. So, see, practically I'm showing you so that it will save in your mind rather than your notebook. Okay. So I have gone and created an app. So this is in, what is the question? Okay. Here I am trying to show you what is that one. Yeah. Containers. Container. Containers. Pretty interesting question. In the modern day power app development requires containers. One thing, remember, modern day power app development require containers. Okay. Now, what is a container? That might be your question. That might be your question. So in a simple manner, if I insert an edit form, if I insert some text label, so let's take it for text label for now, text label, and I insert some text input, and I insert some rectangle, I insert some date picker in this screen. No, if I want to move all these applications into another screen. Okay, so new screen. I want to move them into a new screen. I want to copy all these things. I want to copy all these things individually or combinedly, and then I need to copy them. Okay, this is the procedure to copy those screens. Control C, Control V. So suppose here there we have only 40. We have only 40. In another scenario, if you have 40, four controls, here it is, sorry, here you have four controls. In another scenario, if you have 40 or 50 or 60, 70 controls in one screen, uh, it becomes highly difficult to copy all this in this scenario. What we will use? In this scenario, what we will use is, we'll go and pick a container. No, answer is container, vertical container, horizontal container. Container is the thing which holds all your controls. Container is the thing which holds all your controls. No, I insert this one. I insert this one. I insert rectangle. I insert red picker. I insert some other control. I insert something drop down, combo box, etc. Let's remove this. Okay. For now, it is not required. Okay. So these many controls we have. These many controls we have. No. If I want to copy these things into another screen, what I will do is I will not copy all the controls separately. I will not copy all the controls separately. I will not copy all the controls separately. Instead, I will copy this container, and I'll copy this container. Uh, Let me create one more screen for you, and I will just paste it. That is as simple as this, and this is the importance of containers. Okay. No, the question is not what is container mean, but already I have given answer what is container, because new topic. Already I have said, no, Rajesh, what is this container? So here I go and I find container. So what you have seen and what I have used is non-responsive container. So containers are of two types. The answer is the containers are of two types. One is non-responsive container and another is responsive container, that is vertical container and horizontal container. So types of containers are two types. Types of containers, two types. One is one is responsive, one is responsive. The other is non-responsive. Non-responsive. No, 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 no. Non-responsive comes first and responsive comes second. Because in the previous version we have only non-responsive. The latest version we have the responsive. That is the newest future. So responsive containers are the newest future, and in this responsive also we have vertical and horizontal containers. Don't worry about all these things. This is just the answers to the questions. In the upcoming classes, I will brief more and more about this. Vertical containers and horizontal containers. Horizontal containers. See, the questions may be same. The answers are quite different, and it's always be ready with various answers for a question, because your interviewer may not get satisfied with one answer, but he also like want to like you also want to expecting his expectations will be something, and if you give a small answer, sometimes you may not satisfy him. So that's why he will ask you to brief. In this scenario, this kind of hands-on will be useful. Okay, so that's it. Let's move into our next question. How many types of environments are there in Power Apps? Okay, okay. Let's see. If you go here, no, like let's once again let me take you all to our my home page. How I can go to the home page? Anyone in your tenant can go to this home page. Okay. So here I have this environment, and I want to create. Let me show you where I can create an environment. This is the admin center. Admin center is the area where you can create. We will teach more about this admin center in what we call in our administration. Okay, I go to environments and I go for a new environment. Yes, here is our answer hidden. So I am creating an environment, interview question environment, interview question environment. See, learning, always keep your eyes on the practical things, but not on the questions and answers. Now, what you are going to see? So the region is India, definitely. We are based from Bangalore, so the region will be India. And no, you see. The question is types of environment. And while we are creating a new environment, we can see all these types. One is sandbox type, one is production type, and one is developer type. Trial is nothing but it's trial. You can neglect this while answering. So the expected answer will be sandbox, production, and developer. The answers, I think, no, the question is also, this question also became straightforward for you. Okay. The question is also straightforward for you. Okay. So how many types of environments? How many we have? Environments, types of environments. How many we have? One is sandbox type. The second one is production type, and the third one is, as I said, it's developer type. So these three are in practice in real thing. Trial is nothing but trial. You can neglect that trial. Developer type. Trial. So if you implement something in your what we call in your company tenant, you know, any new feature which you want to use it for your POC purpose or any purpose, it will allow you to access for a 3-month trial. Now that is mean by a trial type, 3-month trial. In real time, we will not implement. Even though if you take, we will finally convert that because you are doing it in for money. So definitely we will purchase that particular trial from the Microsoft and make it a real one. In this way it goes. Okay. Next one. Let's go to the next question. I think I don't have. What is mean by CoE kit? What is mean by CoE kit? What is mean by CoE kit? CoE kit. CoE kit. CoE kit stands for Center of Excellence. Center of Excellence. And it will be taken care by governance, by Power Platform governance. It is part of Power Platform governance. Ah, so if I ask you who is governing India, we say that Modi and his team. So Modi's government is governing India. And in the same way, who will be like taking care of your complete Power Platform tenant is our Power Platform governance is taken by Power Platform governance. Amongst them, one of the most important tool is Center of Excellence. Center of Excellence is a kind of application which we will install, uh, to check the performance of our tenants, performance of app, performance of flows, performance of model driven application, performance of AI builders, performance of Power Virtualizations, etc. Performance of Power BI also we can like check from the Center of Excellence Kit. Center of Excellence Kit is nothing but how many users are there in the application, how many and how many are actively using which application, how many are not using which application, okay, etc. Everything from a single dashboard like structure we can see, that is called Center of Excellence. In a simple way, if someone asks you at this stage, in a simple way, someone asks you uh, to do governance properly in the Power Platform, we require certain tool that is called CoE Kit. From CoE Kit, what you can do? From CoE Kit, what you can do is that you can check the number of usage, number of apps and flows, number of apps and flows in Power Platform. In Power Platform, you can monitor monitor the users, monitor users. Oh my God, monitor. So always see that when you are using your company laptop, go to only proper websites. Because your company website is completely monitored by your admin team. So don't go to some XYZ websites. Okay. You can monitor users from CoE Kit. So which app you are creating? No, I have like created some dummy apps. Know what our admin will check uh, in the CVO kit, in the COE kit. No, I don't have. I am not an administrator here. I am a developer here. So I don't have administrator rights to go and check the COE kit. Like there are number of students here, and number of students develop number of applications day by day. Okay, these are the apps which are developed by our students, and as an administrator I require a tool called CoE Kit to monitor those apps and flows. And if I go to flows also, there are like many flows. These are like solution. In this solution we have a lot further. Okay, so and some of the students get a job and they don't use this particular solutions. At that time this will increase the data of my application, and what happens, lower the speed of my tenant. It will be like disturbing my tenant, because at that time I will identify these kind of flows and I will delete them. Now this is also part of governance. So in that CoE kit I will identify which app is development, and when I found that if it is that a particular application is not used by any of the user for 1 month or 2 months, it becomes I will identify this kind of situations. And some people know I have created 2 to 3 solutions or apps in front of you. They are called amped. They are just to show you with what we can do. And this is, since this is a real environment, this is a real tenant. It will affect my dataverse storage. It will affect my functionality. It will uh, slower my tenant, slower my tenant. These things, in order to identify, I cannot like come here and check, okay, leave application, this is a particular application developed by someone 1 year ago, and let me check how many users are using, how many users are not using. No, from here only I cannot only check how many users are using and from last active date of this application. Okay, last date of this usage date of this. But CoE Kit is such an amazing tool that you can go and identify which is used and which is useless solutions from here. Someone created RR. A solution cannot be this one. I can easily track down this one. But this particular application may be important to the developer who have done it. No, cannot also. So I will consult that particular developer, and if he is in our institute, okay, we will keep that solution. But if he is not in that particular solution, no, I will take the consent from them and remove this one. After identifying that that solution is of useless. In this will increase my dataverse. This will increase my dataverse and dataverse capacity, and reduce the throttling effect. No, whatever I have said is just to compare it with the, suppose you are using a mobile phone and that is having 128 GB of storage, and you have taken a lot of photos, lot of videographies. You have went to a tour of Kashmir. You have went to a tour of Maldives. You have went to tour of some other country. You capture some beautiful videos and views, and suddenly when you come back to home after the tour, and and you identify that 127 GB of the data is utilized, and you found that all your apps are working slow. At this time, what you will do? What you will do? You will compress your first thing. You will try to filter out what is necessary and what is not necessary, and whatever the things unnecessary, you will delete them. And it is hard to delete some certain application. Now what you will do is, at this time you will try to compress them into an application, compress those videos and try to save it somewhere. You will like try to keep those videos in the mobile phone, in this what you call your laptop, etc. So in this way you will try to increase the speed of your by removing unwanted, you will try to increase the speed of your particular application, a particular mobile phone. Now this is the same thing. If I do with my do with my apps and solutions in my power platform, then it is called governance. That is as similar as this. And if the data versus storage, so the same thing. So 128 GB is there, and 127.5 GB has been utilized by you. Only 5 GB, zero point 0.5 GB is left. At this time, your phone will hangs. Your phone will hangs, and some of the applications will not work. In the same time, my tenant will, some of my flows or apps in my tenant will some of my flows will not function properly and stop functioning. I have scheduled a happy birthday flow for every employee of my institute, for every student of my institute, but my dataverse capacity has increased. So I am using a 5 GB of dataverse capacity, and certainly 4.99 has been consumed. At this time, my apps or flows which I have designed will stop functioning. This is called as throttling effect. This is called as throttling effect. Okay, this is called as throttling effect. What is throttling? The next question. What is throttling is nothing but when the dataverse capacity or when the dataverse capacity of your power platform tenant increase, all your apps and flows will stop functioning. This is called throttling effect. How we can reduce the throttling effect in PP? The answer is, the first answer is how to reduce. How to reduce, how to reduce throttling effect. How to reduce throttling effect. How to reduce throttling effect? We can reduce by removing unwanted solutions, like cleaning. You can say cleaning. One more thing is checking the code, checking the checking the code, checking the flows, and reducing the lines of code, reducing the lines of code, reducing the lines of code. How? By applying some other conditions, by writing some good loops. So this is called good programming skills. So this is like nothing but you are like achieving them or compressing the lines of code. Compressing the lines of code means reducing the lines, compressing data, similar to compressing data. So compressing data. So you are making the same effort of that particular flow or app by reducing the lines of code, and it should not impact the outcome. Okay. So by applying some concepts called loops, we will do that. Okay. So this is the way. And what are the effects of the real effects of uh, what are the effects of throttling? Whenever throttling happens, what are the real effects we can see in here? This is that is a general throttling and how you can reduce. For the just to see what are the effects of throttling. Let me see. So this is because brand new topic. Throttling is very brand new, and even I am introducing it to only this batch. Previous batches also I haven't introduced it because it is not a when I was working with a good capacity tenants, I never faced this effect. But recently, I'm working with a restricted capacity tenant. So I faced this problem in real time. Now, that is the reason I am trying to give you this concept. Yes, throttling in Power Platform refers to the mechanism used to control or remove the amount of resources consumed by a user or application. This is typically done to prevent overload or abuse of the system, ensuring fair usage and maintain optimum performance for all users. Yes. So whenever your dataverse capacity is increasing, uh, your admin team or else your governance team will stop you from developing the apps. So whenever this will be done, usually in our environment we don't have any restrictions because this is a student based, this is not a commercial thing. Okay, we are not selling any apps, we are not selling anything, any services to anyone. The tenant which we have, which is for students only, for practice, for your goodwill, for your practice, for your hands-on experience, you can say in this way. But when it goes to commercial area like clients, you will be doing something and you are selling your services or you are selling your apps or you are selling your products. In this scenario, when you work with a less capacity, when you start developing an app with a less capacity data for storage or less capacity data, what happens, this will affect the complete tenant, and all the other applications which are in usage may also affect. So in order to reduce that one, we will not encourage further development of applications from the developers in this particular tenant. Okay. So throttling can occur in various aspect of Power Platform services, including API. API request is nothing but if you have connected Dataverse to your application and you are trying to extract some data from Dataverse, this is an API request. You have connected some SQL into that particular application and you are trying to extract the data or pull the data from SQL, or you want to give data from the Power App and store them in the SQL database, data table. This is a API call. So limits may be imposed on a number of API requests that can be made within a certain time frame to prevent excessive. Okay, let me give you. So you have like a scheduled a flow called a happy birthday flow daily, which should work daily. But since the throttling effect is in the picture, daily it won't work, and you will be surprised, you will be amazed why my birthday flow is not working. Or else suppose you are working for a bank, and for each and every transaction, sometimes you see your credit card bill or your transactions which you are doing in UPI, for some days, for each and every 1 rupee also, if you keep on transacting, no, it will happen, it will come uh, as a message, or else as a message, or else as a mail. But certainly, if you go on, no, if you are doing like 50 to 60 transactions per day, even that particular system will be getting vexed, and it will not give message or mail for each and every transaction which you do for a 60 days, for 60 transactions each a day. No, even that particular thing will be overloaded. That particular thing will be overloaded. Yeah, these kind of things will happen. No, if it is done if it done with the Power Apps, no, Power Automate, no, the same thing it will read. Okay, why the stupid is doing 60? Why I need to perform give mails to always the stupid who is doing 60 to 90 transactions just for 1 rupee, 2 rupee transactions. It will also understand the situation and stop giving the flows, stop giving mails or uh, mails. No, this thing, all thing be, it will not understand. We need to code. We need to code. Okay. Yeah. So that's one thing. Connection uses some connectors. Now what I said, no, uh, yes, SharePoint is free. Okay, SharePoint is free in E5. For E5 license, if you have, SharePoint is free. So that it will not limit. But when coming to Dataverse, it is a paid storage. So in those scenarios, your connection connected usage will be reduced. And one more thing is automation execution. Automation execution. You know what is this automation execution? Already I said no. So if you are doing 50 to 60 1 rupee 2 rupee transactions, and definitely there is no usage of, if you have done a 1 rupee transaction and I am sending a power automate flow which cost me $2 for you, there is no use. There is no use. My business will be in loss. Okay, my business will be in loss. If we are doing a 3,000, 4,000 transaction, and if I send a $2 email, it's okay. $2 email, it's flow. If I run a $2 flow, it is okay. Okay. So in these situations, so whenever the data is increased and you are overloading your application, no, uh, the throttling will come into the picture and it will limit. Throttling will come into the picture and it will limit. Yeah. So it's all dependent with your data hours capacity in a simple way. Throttling, you can throttling and the kind of license which you have taken. Okay, so let's look at our one more answer, one more question. What is our question 10? So difference between canvas and model driven application. This is a question. Yes, okay. I didn't cover this one. Canvas and model driven application. Very interesting question, and in this question, you will be tested in various ways. Okay, so let me give you what is the difference between model-driven application and Canvas application. For this, let me take an example of my home page. Let me go to the my home page, and I take this one, apps, new app. Start with, okay, create. I go to a blank application, create this one. Now, if you go and check me, okay, here I go to data resources, add data. I can add anything. Okay, Azure database, MySQL data, MySQL, SQL, everything I can add. I can add SharePoint. Okay, I can add SharePoint. Okay, SharePoint. SharePoint. Okay, SharePoint. I can add any data lake. Okay, Azure data lake. F&O. Finance and okay, I didn't add it as a connector. So we have a lot of connectors. So those connectors can be found from the home page as well. Those connectors can be found in from the home page as well. When you go to here, no, we have something called connections. When you add new connection, no, here you can find finance and finance. In this tenant, I am unable to fin and ops. So you have these kind of connections. Very clear that out of 1,000 databases or connectors, you can use any connector in Canvas application. When it comes to Dataverse, you cannot do that because when it comes to, sorry, model driven application, the app is built from Dataverse. The app is built from Dataverse. Okay, so the answer will be very simple. So this thing you can do. But when it comes to model driven application, now let me show you. I have this table. I have this table, and I create. Let me take a custom table. So email is there. Okay, employee information we have. Employee information we have. So from this data only, I will create an app. Interview question MDA. Interview question MDA. From this table, from this database table only, I can create an app. Can you see this? The magic which is happening here. Yes, only this is possible. With the model-driven application, you can use only Dataverse as your database. But whereas with your Canvas, you can use any database. This is a major difference between model-driven and Canvas application. The difference between Canvas and model-driven application. Difference between Canvas and model-driven application. MDA stands for Canvas. In Canvas, you can add any database for now, any database till any database out of 1,000 plus connectors. Connectors are nothing but whatever the data is there in that particular connector we can bring. Okay, this is Canvas. You can add any database out of 1,000 plus connectors. And coming to MDA, it is built from built from Dataverse table only. Dataverse table only. Dataverse table. It is built from Dataverse table. Simple. It is a similar to CRM application. It is similar to CRM application. Okay. Dynamics CRM. Dynamics 365. Dynamics 365. Dynamics, because there are a lot of CRM in Salesforce also we have. So Dynamics CRM application. Dynamics CRM application. Dynamics CRM application. Okay, so that's it. Difference between Canva and MBA. This is it for today, guys. We will see you in the next episode. So if you really enjoyed and found that this is bit different or a if you have really enjoyed the session and found a lot of good knowledge, uh, I feel privileged to get these kind of more questions for you from the latest interviews and etc. Till then, thank you. And if you are really liked my this particular tutorial, you can like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Have a great day.